It's the mailman.
It's the mailman.
So this letter comes from P. Sharma. P. Sharma 2025 writes us and asks if we can help knowing how to switch from a regular school where her child was in school up until grades 2 or 3, and now wants to switch to a Montessori homeschooling approach.
Oh, yeah.
All right. She says, I'm not able to figure out where to start or what to do or what to skip from Montessori for primary and the elementary levels. My child went to conventional school for grade 1. Now he's in grade 2 in online schooling. It'll take some time for me to understand it, meaning Montessori.
Yeah.
Only then can I really start with my child, and I guess it'll take me a year to understand and learn before teaching. Should I continue my child with online schooling for this year and make myself ready by next session, or can I switch directly to Montessori? Please help. We would love to help you. All right, so there are a few things that we can break down. For one, I've known so many families who have started with traditional schooling and then started homeschooling because they saw a better path for their child after
there's
they
all kinds
had
of reasons
entered.
a traditional school doesn't work.
And also, just because you choose homeschooling for, the current time period doesn't mean it's going to be forever. I have known families who started, sent their kid to kindergarten, homeschooled for first grade, sent their kid to second grade, homeschooled for another couple years, sent their kid back to school. It's okay. And so there's no one perfect right way to do homeschooling. All right.
It's really based on what's right for your family.
That's right. And online schooling, there are lots of online resources out there, including Child of the Redwoods. We do most of our teaching online, even though we don't teach children online.
No, this is all two parents for us.
That's right. And there are lots of good resources out there. There's no reason why you have to only go with one method and never go with another method. You can mix and match them, especially with older children.
Oh, yeah.
Our kids took classes in a variety of different things while we were also incorporating a lot of the Montessori approach. Now, if your child is in grade 2 or 3 and they have never experienced the Montessori method before, you can use our lower elementary curriculum.
Oh, for sure.
You absolutely can. If your child has already gone, I would say if your child's already gone through Montessori school in a traditional Montessori classroom all the way through the end of 3rd grade and they're going into 4th grade, you can use parts of our lower elementary curriculum, but your child will probably be familiar with most of the core lessons inside it. All right. But if your child has never been in Montessori before, you can start with lower elementary. It is not going to dumb things down to a lower level.
No.
In fact, these lessons are so rich and interesting and curiosity building that even adults get a whole lot out of these lessons that we offer our children in Montessori for the elementary age group.
Yes, that's right. I know you mentioned that your child was working through a general international standard of curriculum, and I'm not familiar with the specifics, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say that the material that your child will be learning in the lower elementary curriculum in a Montessori environment is going to be at or beyond what is generally required for a 1st or 2nd level.
Absolutely.
Or greater.
Yeah.
The types of anatomy, as an example, the level of grammar, the level of geometry, the mathematical concepts, the algebraic concepts. A lot of these are pretty advanced. So advanced that even most of our members don't even complete
Get to them
because there's so much else. And you know what? It's not a problem.
That's right.
So
that's right.
I think the only part for me that sticks out is the sense of having to invest so much time up front. Now, I think if you want to feel super duper confident, sure, you can go off and do research. However, as a homeschooling family, this is not the approach we would recommend.
Right.
I think you need to instead embrace the fact that you're going to be learning together. I mean, we've been doing this a long time and we still learn all the time. So instead, our approach, for example, is if you were brand new to the Montessori method or even experienced, it doesn't matter. We would suggest you come in and you start with our current study.
Yeah.
So right now we're doing dandelion. Next month we're doing pets. And we designed our constellation studies to cover a wide range of ages. So your older child is going to be just as happy as a much younger one.
That's right.
Doing this. If pets doesn't ring a bell, you'll pick a different study from our library. But basically what you're doing is learning the basics of Montessori by doing. And you're going to couple that by enrolling in our self-paced course. We have one on primary and one on lower elementary. Because again, your child is older, so we would say lower elementary is going to match better. But because you're new to Montessori, take the primary as well. They're both included in both the complete and unlimited. Then get into the community, start to make friends, figure out who is dealing with children or a child around the same age, what's working for them. We're in the community as well. And then after you really kind of get your sea legs under you, then you're going to start to bring out more of the foundational curriculum.
That's right.
You're going to start to pull cards from the core curriculum, more reading and writing basics and things like that, as you become comfortable with the Montessori approach through the course and through the method more generally, and really understanding what your child is up to by using the studies.
Yeah. I think a lot of parents do get trapped in the idea that they have to study for a whole year before they're able to understand and start implementing. And that is not true. No. You want to start giving these lessons while you are learning yourself. And that will actually, that's a really, honestly, like that is the best way to learn is through that hands-on experience with your child, looking at the lesson, digesting it, presenting it to your child or working with them on a project. And for your age child, I would think like these big Montessori projects that were going to be super fun are going to be in those great lessons.
Oh yeah.
And so I would, if I were you, feel free, if to just dive in. Take the lower elementary course. You can binge through it, or you can just like let it unfold through the year, through the coaching sessions, whichever method feels best to you. But don't wait to give the lessons. Jump on in.
Yeah, you're going to learn best by doing. It's the case in almost everything in life.
That's right.
And so we're actually really strong advocates of not waiting too long. Like the program and just learning in general always is better. So, take the time you need. I would say my answer to the question is you can start anytime you want, whenever it's right for your family.
Yep.
It's not too late. You don't have to be an expert to do it. You're already teaching your child. You will not break them.
No.
If you're giving an honest effort to educate them in the Montessori way, you are going to succeed to some degree. It may not be a masterpiece every time, but the progress will be there and you will see results because it's a time-tested method.
That's right.